What's up, everybody? We're at Universal Studios Florida. Again, we don't really come out to the theme parks very often because there's just so much to do. You gotta wear the masks, you gotta make sure you're not touching anything, you gotta hand sanitize your face every 5 seconds, so we don't really come out. I'm here with my wife, by the way. We are here on Tuesday, June 30th. Holy crap, this month is flying by. Because the Bourne Supremacy, or Bourne Stuntacular, that's what it is, show started today. So we're gonna go check that out. Also, look at this, they got Minions out today. How cool is that? All right, let's jump into Universal Studios Florida. Alright, we've made it inside Universal Studios Florida. Time to go see what's up with the Bourne Stuntacular. Let's see when the first show is. I'm excited. You haven't been to a theme park in a long time, huh?
Yeah, that's what being a parent's like.
Yeah, unfortunately we got the baby and we refuse to bring the baby to the theme park. I'm just not comfortable with it. You know, she doesn't have the choice whether or not she wants to come or not, and whether or not she wants to wear a mask and all that jazz. I just don't think it's cool to bring a baby to theme parks, especially right now. Like, I'm barely okay even coming to theme parks. And when we do, it's like, I want to be wrapped in bubbles. That's pretty much what it is.
But thank God for daycare. Woohoo!
Well, there's already a bunch of people standing over there waiting. The first show is at 10:45. There's already a line, and it's a lot of vloggers. It's a lot of people that I recognize, bloggers and vloggers. We are gonna go walk around Universal for a little bit, and then we'll probably go sit over there at like 10:15. I have no interest in standing there waiting for it to open to be the first people in. No interest in it at all. As long as I get to see the show. That's all I care about. Let's go get like a butterbeer or a pumpkin juice or something. Yeah?
As long as there's food involved.
So it is right in the early morning. It's what? It is 9:30 in the morning. Universal opened at 9. I think they opened at 8 for annual pass holders, but there's nobody here. It is a Tuesday, so I'm not expecting there to be a ton of people here. Also, with the rise in COVID-19 cases in Florida, I'm expecting even less people to be here. So hopefully it's like this most of the day. We're only gonna be here till the early afternoon, so yeah, that's just shocking. Like, it's completely empty. There's like nobody here right now. It's kind of awesome. Like, social distancing is super easy right now. For anybody curious, it is only like 85 degrees right now and humidity is pretty low. It's been hovering around 50% and it's warm. Like, I am already very sweaty. It's warm, for sure. The masks, while they do make me hotter because you're just breathing your own air over and over and over and over and over and over again, it's not as bad as I think a lot of people make it out to be. Wow, what was that AC?
I don't know, but that was nice.
You felt that too, right?
Yeah.
That was like a blast of air conditioning over by Men in Black. Men in Black, one of the rides that I just don't feel comfortable riding right now at all. Like, it's a fun ride, but you gotta touch something over and over and over again. I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable doing it. I really love the views at Universal. Like, check this out. So there are 2 U-Rest areas here at Universal. One of them is over here at Fear Factor. The other one is over in Central Park, where you can go in, take a rest, take off your mask, that sort of a thing. This one here at Fear Factor is much smaller. It's just like this little outside area right here. The one over at Central Park is the entire Central Park area. My favorite still, though, is the one at Islands of Adventure in the old Sinbad show. But this is kind of cool. I wish you could go inside where the actual theater is and go hang out, but oh well. It's still nice that they have little U-Rest areas where you can go, hang out, take your mask off, sit down, take a break, have some water, and just, you know, be comfortable for a second to get out of the heat. I think it's nice. How you doing?
Hungry.
All right, so they actually did have food over here. What is this place called? That place. I'm not sure what it's called, but they actually had food. They had basically beef empanadas, and so we got one order, which comes with 3, and we also got 2 frozen butter beers. We're gonna enjoy this and hang out here in Diagon Alley for a little bit, and then go get in line for the Bourne Supremacy, or the Bourne Stuntacular. I keep calling it the Bourne Supremacy. Ay, yay. In line for Bourne Stuntacular. Good lord. I don't have the microphone on right now. I'm currently using the internal mic, so hopefully this sounds okay. Line's moving pretty good, but it's all the way back here, like all that way to go. We have a long way to go, so we're just social distancing, hanging out in line. Hopefully we get in. Looks like we will, and be able to see the show. Super excited. We are in line for the Bourne Stuntacular. I can't film in the show, and I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to film in the queue. I don't think it's a problem. So I will see you guys after the show. I'm gonna stop filming and go enjoy the show. Super excited for this. This is so cool. Bourne Stuntacular. All right, so we just got out of the Bourne Stuntacular. We're currently here in the shop. We're just hanging out, taking pictures of some merch, and yeah, it was interesting. We'll go find a spot to like sit down and do a full little thought on the show. But we did get the limited edition pin. They've had 1,000 of them, I guess, for a while now, and they're down to about 200. And so they saved a couple for the grand opening, which is today. And we were actually in the grand opening show, so that was pretty cool. They did have one little issue partway through the show. We'll talk about that in a second. So, yeah, successful Bourne Stuntacular viewing. All right, so we went over here and we're hanging out in the annual pass holder lounge. So, Bourne Stuntacular, what'd you think?
It felt like I was inside of a video game. It was super fun.
It's pretty cool. It had a couple of issues. There was a technical issue when we were there and they had to reset partway through, so there's a really small section of the show I think we missed, but it was probably like 6 seconds of the show. Other than that, it was super cool. I really enjoyed it. I think it's going to get better with time. This was the grand opening first show, so they've been in technical rehearsals. This is technically the first show, which it's sad that it had an error, but you know, whatever. It was still pretty good. The screen technology is crazy cool.
Yeah.
It's basically the technology, if you've seen the behind the scenes for The Mandalorian on Disney Plus, it's basically that. It's just a giant LED panel. They said it was 5,000 panels. It was 130 feet wide and 28 feet tall or something like that. Really cool. I'm really curious to know what the resolution of it is, because there were times where I couldn't tell if what I was looking at was a prop or if it was something on the screen. Like, it's that good.
Yeah, and when they're moving around and the screen or the image on the screen is moving and the actors are like not moving, but they're moving, that was super cool and super fun. And there was one point where I had to take a double take because I thought it was an actual person, and then you realize no, they're in the screen. It's an image.
It's pretty cool.
It was super fun.
Yeah.
I had a really good time. I definitely want to go back to see this section that we missed. And then the cast members were amazing. They were really helpful, and the main lady that was up there kind of introducing the show. She wasn't like actually in the show, but she helped during the section that... Anyway, she was great. Her personality was
she basically
fantastic.
just kept the audience from wondering what the heck was going on. It took probably 6 minutes, 5 minutes for them to reset
Maybe
the
5
props
minutes.
and
It
get
was
everything
super
back.
fast.
They were saying that if something happens, all the props have to go back to home position. So that's the other interesting thing, is all of the props are basically free-moving ride vehicles. They're all just RFID controlled on the stage. They roll out, they move themselves, they do all that by themselves, and so they just have to reset to home position so they can start the show up again. So we just had to wait for that to happen. Overall, I think it's a good addition to the park. Can't wait to go back and do it again.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. All right, let's move on. All right, that does it for our trip to Universal Studios Florida. You hungry? Always hungry. A super fun day at Universal Studios Florida. Man, Bourne Stuntacular, pretty freaking cool. I definitely want to go back and check it out again because we had that little technical failure in the middle of it. So I'd love to see it straight through after it's been, rehearsed a few more times in front of a lot of different audiences. But man, it is time to get going. It's hot. It is 91 degrees. Time for lunch. This was a fun day. Super fun. Did you have fun? Did you have fun?
Yes.
There we go. She had fun. All right, everybody. See you guys in the next vlog.